Hey, Kruhi here. Before I begin, I want to say thank you so much for getting this channel to 150 subscribers. This is absolutely amazing, and I want to show you all how much this means to me by running a giveaway. So, if you leave a comment on this video, it doesn't matter what it is, I will be using a random number generator to pick 2 individual commenters to send out a sticker pack that includes your pick of 4 of the stickers from the ones shown on screen right now. I will be picking the winners on the 31st to give anyone who wants to enter a chance, and you'll know if you've won as I will respond telling you that you've won and asking you to contact my email for details, as well as hearting and pinning the winning comments. So if you want to get some free stuff, please leave a comment to be eligible. Shipping will be worldwide, so no need to worry about location being a disqualifier. With all of that out of the way, let's get on to the topic of today: hating your own art. Here is where I want to add a disclaimer that I am not an expert on anything, and everything that I'm talking about is my opinion and based on my own experiences, so you are free to agree, disagree, and have your own opinions, but please take my words with a grain of salt, as they are not meant to degrade or be harmful to anyone. But yeah, so like, we all do it, right? We all spend hours on something that doesn't look right or feel right, and in the end, just feel like ripping that thing to shreds. And we do rip it to shreds, maybe not physically, but with our words. I mean, we don't have to say what we're thinking out loud for them to have an impact on what we feel about our art, and in return, us as artists. And yeah, sure, we all make duds sometimes. Maybe there's not enough feeling in it to sort of display who you are as an artist, or, you know, there's no voice, or maybe the perspective was off, or the colors are weird, or something went wrong halfway through, and you just don't know how to fix it. I've experienced a lot of these things, especially having what I want in my head not match up with the physical skill that my fingers can produce. But at the same time, I think it's sort of important to let ourselves off the hook a little bit. Yes, sometimes things won't always turn out exactly how you want, but what we do by tearing ourselves a new one, figuratively speaking, it's not exactly helpful. There's a huge difference between helpful critique and mindless criticism, and by only choosing to see the bad, we are cutting off our ability for self-critique, which unfortunately leaves us floundering and just upset. And none of this is to say we can't look down at our artwork and say, I hate this, I want to burn this, and figuratively chuck it out the window of our mind. But once we get over our initial feelings of disgust, it's a lot more helpful to take our distaste out of the equation and focus on how we would improve the piece. Instead of, I can't draw hands, I'm such a failure, it's more constructive to attempt a narrative in which you can point out what part of the hands looks a little funky and focus more attention on that in the future. This also allows the option for good things to slip through too, because if, let's say, it's the fingers which are the problem, doesn't that mean that you were pretty good at drawing the palm, or the wrist, or the rest of the arm? When we identify the problem, it allows us to fix it without thinking that we suck at absolutely everything. We have a direction to turn to, a goal to focus on, and a path to improve without becoming overwhelmed by feeling the need to improve at literally everything. And you know, in my opinion, it's a cop-out to tell people that they should just feel better about their art or not think bad things about it, because that doesn't, stop any artist from feeling these self-deprecating thoughts, which, let's face it, most of us have at some point or another. All it accomplishes by telling someone to shut up about their feelings is to have them stop sharing something that will remain behind the scenes. It's like telling someone to cheer up when their pet dies. It doesn't work that way. We can't just pretend these thoughts don't exist to make them go away. Welcome to the complicated human psyche, it's a freaking mess in there. Instead, during times I find it hard to like what I've made, I find one element about my piece that I actually like. It doesn't change that I hate the overall product, but maybe the way I did the eyes are really pretty, or the way the shadows fell across the neck, or the fabric folds, or something that makes me feel good about my ability to draw shadows or fabric folds. Just, something good. The rest can be trash. I could think about how I need to improve all I want, but if I can find one thing to be satisfied with, it means I have yet another direction, because I can then focus where I want to go around matching up my style with this thing that I already enjoy. And I know none of this is even touching on comparing our art with other people's, which is a whole other rabbit hole that drops into a viper's pit, but I think that no matter where that distaste for our own work comes from, it's just really important to give ourselves a break. It's one of those things where it's so easy to want to be absolutely perfect all the time when it comes to everything. First try, because other people make it look so easy. But it's hard to curate the time and effort that went in behind the scenes to get where they are, and it's so natural to compare ourselves to this ridiculous, impossible standard. But when we do that, it's easy to forget that somewhere out in the world, someone else is looking at our artwork and thinking the exact same thing, because they don't see the mistakes that we see or the hard work that got us this far. Bottom line, if all we do is hate our work, then art is going to become something we dread over something that brings us joy. So try to give yourself a break, and remember that with every image that you are improving, learning, and doing your best, and as long as we enjoy the process of creating, that's all that really matters. That's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you feel like sharing your thoughts, feelings, stories, that it is your birthday, or that your favorite animal is the kangaroo, please leave a comment as I read each and every one and love hearing from you. If you liked this video, I would appreciate a thumbs up, as it really helps my channel grow, and if you want to get more videos like this, please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Anyway, stay safe out there this summer or winter, depending on where you are in the world and when you're watching this, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!